guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Takes the handoff. It's Gentry. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Trying to run, it's Gentry. Smashes through. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. They'll go to the toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
How about that way to start a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. Ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Syracuse's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Working the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Got it in the middle, it's Haynes. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to run for it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Syracuse right back at it.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Looking downfield, it's Kingsbury. Makes the catch. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Syracuse.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
Difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Turns it on at midfield. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to move them on the counter. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Clemson jumps to the line. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
And how about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football, they stick to what they do well, they know where the first down marker is, and they get the first down.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clemson now operating in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now on 3rd down after that run. Power football with the run. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. They both... We're down in one that did not pay off. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's just so much chemistry. His quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it. He'll get a foot down and help him.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the ball is intercepted. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
The give to the tailback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Clemson is quick to the line. Give to the running back. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. So going for it on 4th down is one thing. Quite another to say we're going to run it for a couple.
Yeah, that's impressive because that was a long 2 yards. And I think there are a lot of coaching staffs out there that would have probably tried to throw it or get their quarterback on the perimeter or give him a run-pass option. But not this offense. They believe in their guys up front to get down in a three-point stance and drive off the ball, and it works out.
And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't. Touchdown, Clemson! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, Syracuse, 7.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1. Kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Picked off. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
They'll go to the ground. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Gives it to the back on the draw. On the move at the 30. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. The throw. Pulls it in. It's Gentry.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like you did right there.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
They'll give it to him again. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff from the gun. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Syracuse, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. And the returner goes down. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Kingsbury. He's got his man. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hart. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
The run from the shotgun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Second down coming up.
29 Philly.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Syracuse right back at it. Wants to throw. It's Kingsbury. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cuse! I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Hard running there. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires on the move. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Finally.
4th down.
But he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the was. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move, stopped for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Trying to get the corner. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity to
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Kingsbury. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that. Securing it. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Gentry. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They were ready for the onside kick and football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And they got him for the sack. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.